Welcome, competitors. This is Deathmatch Island, Part 1. I'm your host, Jared Logan. You may remember me from online medication commercials, and I am here to host a playthrough of the incredible new game. I think it's new. It's new to me. Game Deathmatch Island from Evil Hat Publishing. Those are the fantastic people who brought us Blades in the Dark, one of the best games in the last 20 years. They brought us Agon and so many other great games. And this is their new game, Deathmatch Island. We're going to do 2 episodes of this game. And Deathmatch Island is available today. So after you've watched us play and you see what it's all about, go and buy a copy. It's also available at evilhat.com. It's available right now. All right. So just to give a little bit of info on what this game is all about, what Deathmatch Island is, there actually is a list of touchstones in the book. Actually, I should introduce everybody.
That's a good idea.
From the Glass Cannon Network, Troy Lavallee.
Oh, hey.
Hi. From the Glass Cannon Network, Mary Lou.
Hi. Oh, my God.
You may remember him from the Glass Cannon Network, Skid Maher from the Glass Cannon Network. And from TV's NCIS New Orleans, Rob Kerkovich.
Oh, hi.
All right, and I'm Jared Logan, as I said, and you'll remember me from online medication commercials. Okay. So, what is Deathmatch Island? What is it all about? So the book contains a list of touchstones that kind of give you the vibe or the idea of what the setting is, and it lists such examples as The Hunger Games, Battle Royale. Rob and I were talking last night, and I don't think this is in the list, but The Running Man. So,
oh, totally, yeah.
Yeah. So, games
Squid
where people...
Game, I feel like there's some Squid Game in there.
Yeah, that's on the list.
Yeah.
It's there.
A lot of Squid Game. I love Squid Game.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So,
Or as my mom calls it, Squid Games.
yeah.
It's pretty close.
That's not right.
Did your mom watch the Squid Games?
She did watch the Squid Games.
Oh, my mom couldn't handle it. She'd get too stressed out.
Oh, see, yeah, no, my mom loves that shit. I'm the one who gets stressed out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But didn't they also create like an actual Squid Games tie-in to the show?
The American Squid Game, where they were like, we loved how you loved this crazy satire of capitalist hell, and we made it real. Yeah!
But we're going to take out the most interesting part. No one dies.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yet.
Yeah.
Do they pretend die at least? Or they're like capsules that explode? And you're like,
I think they're just eliminated or something.
That's kind of lame. They should at least done a pretend death.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nobody dies from the game, but they all have those like very sad, like, my daughter has cancer and I need the money or she'll die. And then they're like,
all right.
And then they fail a physical challenge and don't get the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Well, I had a phase where I got really into those like obstacle course shows. Like there was one on Netflix called The Beastmaster. And it was just, I think it was produced by Sylvester Stallone. That's what really got me. And
oh, wow, yeah.
you just run through this gauntlet and people are brought to their very physical limits. And I couldn't stop watching.
Hey, you're going to be brought to your physical limits like Rocky. That's my Sylvester Stallone impression.
It's good. I
pretty
felt like
good.
he was here with us.
Exactly what
I look
impression
like
you were
a
doing.
marionette.
My face looks like a Halloween mask now.
I look like I'm slowly melting at all times.
I look like the Land of Confusion version of myself.
I'm often mistaken for a claymation character. Okay. So,
Land of Confusion.
Land of Confusion.
That brought me immediately back to that video.
That's such a good video.
These are the hands we
Horrified.
Oh, that's great.
Do you guys think that there will ever be a real Squid Game, like where people really die on TV for our amusement?
Oh, we're less
getting
than 10 years out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Less than 10
it's
years?
inevitable.
Less than 10 years?
Yeah.
Do I have an over-under on that? Do we want to put money on it?
9.5.
9.5 Skid goes 9.5.
I
And
think
I'll
that's
take
a
the
waste
under.
of time
Hammer the
because no, by the time we have this show, money will not exist, or we'll have a different currency. It's like blood or something.
Oh. I thought maybe you were saying for like Star Trek reasons, but the opposite.
No.
The opposite of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
We'll
like
be
society
bartering in the
Caps.
wasteland. We'll be
Bottle
bartering for gas. I'll give you gas for foodstuffs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When Survivor first came on, it was a pretty big deal. And I watched season 1 only because Elizabeth Hasselbeck was on it. At the time, she went by some other name, but I went to school with her at BC. I didn't know her. We took like one class together, but I was like, it's cool. Oh, this show is great. I never watched Survivor again. And then
Elizabeth Hasselbeck was on Survivor season
yeah, she was
1?
like final 3. This is before people knew all about her brain.
That's
But
crazy.
I still don't know who. I'll Google. Keep talking.
anyway, so then I don't know, a couple years into marriage, my wife, probably actually we were still dating, and my wife would watch like Big Brother, and I was like, I would look up from whatever I was doing when she would watch. I was like, what is this nonsense? I don't understand what's going on. I'd look up, everybody's wearing crazy costumes and all this stuff. Well, now I watch it religiously. It's like one of the few things that I watch, because after you put 3 children to bed, you can't watch something that involves thought.
Nope.
And Big Brother is just nice. It's like
Well,
beautiful
I
people
don't,
doing
I don't know,
Brother.
Troy. After I put my children to bed, I read the classics of Western literature, but
I can't
finished. Just finished
My
Crime
family
and
got
Punishment.
so into Big Brother. My family got so into Big Brother that we were watching Big Brother After Dark. Do you know that one?
Oh, I do
Oh,
know.
that's
Those
the one
are
where they fuck.
A series.
Can I say that on a sponsored stream?
No, that's
Sorry,
definitely
evil
not
hat.
allowed. No, that's not allowed. It's the 4-hour-long episodes that they just have in a row at night that just shows the live feed.
Oh.
That
What?
they
If you
then
wanna watch the live
edit into
feed?
the episodes. My family would watch the Big Brother After Darks, where you could see it happening and then know what was going to happen on the episode.
And then you see how they like sort of change everything based on the edits. Like someone will do something, they'll like say something racist or something, and they cut it out of the show. Like, I wonder why so-and-so is so mad at so-and-so. Well, you don't realize that he just said something really racist, something they cut that out. Yeah, so you gotta watch
See
the live feeds.
feed.
I'm going to go ahead and say none of these shows are going to work for me unless they add killing to them. So
Fair.
Deathmatch Island is probably
It's not
the
far.
show for me. And that said, let's get into it. The rules are pretty simple, but also deceptively complex. I think the best way to learn the rules is to play and learn them as we go. Is everybody on board for that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. If you've ever played Agon, it's very similar, but Deathmatch Island has lots of new little details, tweaks, and changes that make it unique into and unto itself. And let's get started. No need to set anything up yourselves. I'm just going to read you a little text and let you know the situation that opens our game. You wake up to the smell of diesel fuel, salt water, and tar. You're on a small fishing boat. One of you is currently operating the 2-stroke outboard motor as the boat chops through the rolling gray sea toward an approaching island. You don't remember how long you've been on this boat or how you got here. You don't remember much now that you think about it. You're not sure what happened to your clothes. You're all wearing matching uniforms, in this case, plum tracksuits and wristwatches. All you have on you is a letter, neatly folded in a pocket, slightly damp from sea spray. You should probably read that now. And I have the letter right here. I will also read that to you. So I can find it. Here it is. At the top it says Deathmatch Island with the Deathmatch Island logo.
That's so weird because that's the game that we're playing.
We're playing.
This is our
Dude.
first clue.
Wait a second. Is this real right now?
Are we really going to kill each other?
Who is the character and who is the player? Okay.
Oh, wow. Now I'm
It's
freaked
a
out.
letter from Strahd of Ravenloft.
He's got some sort of curse.
What the fuck?
Why is Strahd in this? Okay. Come on, Rob. I'm trying to set a tone.
You're doing great.
Okay. Deathmatch Island at the top, and it says, "Welcome to Island 1. Congratulations. You have been selected to participate in Deathmatch Island. Winning will mean fame, freedom, and unlimited wealth. You may be experiencing some confusion and memory loss. This is normal following the selection and recruitment process. It is important that you do not panic. Look around you. These fellow competitors are your team. You might like to try some icebreakers. Trust and good teamwork are crucial to victory. In 2 minutes, Phase 1 will begin. In this phase, you will explore Island 1, complete challenges, acquire resources, and meet other contestants. Alliances will be formed, and threats will be eliminated. At the end of Phase 1, a klaxon will sound 3 times. This signals Phase 2, the Battle Royale. Only half the remaining competitors will survive this phase. The survivors progress to Island 2. Survive all islands to earn the ultimate reward. Good luck, competitor. Play to win." So that's what it says in the letter.
Okay.
And yeah,
I'm like
we
nervous.
each got a letter, or this is the one letter in the boat?
yeah. That you you know what? I initially I thought you each got a letter, but now I think it's funny that you're all hanging over each other's shoulders, all reading it together.
Yeah.
I think for sure. Okay, you've read the letter, and now the device on your wrist beeps once and prints a small slip of paper. 0 followers. The events on the island will tend to favor those with more followers. If you're playing to win, you will want to gain followers as quickly as possible. Why don't you go around and take turns asking each other an icebreaker? And that's a good idea. Let's do that right now. So the outboard motor is whirring. The island is looming closer and closer. You know, in just a few short minutes, Phase 1 will begin. You hear the gulls crying above. And ask one other person in the boat an icebreaker. It doesn't matter who. You can ask one person, 2 people can ask one person a question. It doesn't matter. Ask an icebreaker question.
What's everyone's favorite season?
That's a great one. That's a perfect icebreaker.
I like fall.
I like winter.
Okay.
I mean, I think it really depends on the hemisphere I'm in.
Okay.
But generally summer. Yeah.
I can't believe I'm the only spring guy. Usually, you at least get 2 springs out of 4 people.
Yeah, could be my mood right now. I feel very fall.
That is interesting. Would someone else like to ask an icebreaker?
Do you guys have a favorite movie?
Point Break.
Yeah.
Just me? Okay.
No, for me,
I really like Point Break.
For me, it also depends on the hemisphere I'm in.
Yeah.
I guess right now, assuming we're in the northern hemisphere, I'm a big Wolf with Jack Nicholson fan.
And as Rob's character mentions the northern hemisphere, you feel the harsh tropical heat and sun beating down on you. Wolf with Jack Nicholson. Excellent. Favorite movie. Keep going.
I don't watch many films, but I suppose my favorite would have to be 8mm, starring Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
Well, that's probably for the best.
Neither I nor my character know that one.
I'll look it up later.
Mine is the Karate Kid Part 3.
Oh, I do know that one. That one's good.
find
That
it
one's
to
good.
be
Is that the one with Will
The most-
Smith?
No,
Nicolas
no.
Cage, I think, is in that one.
That was the remake. No, neither of them are in that movie.
Oh, the Karate Kid one.
This
Sorry,
is a
I thought-
Ralph Macchio one. And
Oh, I do love him.
Thomas
Yeah.
Ian Griffith is the bad guy, I think.
yes, I got really into bonsai trees after that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's on the cliff, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's very sad when those thugs break his tree.
Yeah, it's always
like
really
trees.
sad when people break trees. I like trees too.
Trees, yes.
Do you
And
like
the
trees?
smaller the better.
Ooh, there's an icebreaker.
Do you guys
Oh,
do you guys like trees?
I already answered yes.
Never really thought about it before. I guess someone was just taking trees for granted.
I do not.
I don't
don't
like
like-
trees.
You just said you got really into bonsai trees. What happened?
Right. Some people don't like them.
Maybe he only likes the ones on camera, like the on film ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes
They're less
sense.
real.
You probably have time for one more icebreaker.
There's a list of these icebreakers too.
Yeah.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Are you
I
going
like
to choose
ours.
one from the list?
yeah. I was trying to find it.
There's one about like who else eats breakfast in front of the TV, or there's some like, really mundane ones which are amazing.
Are any of your parents still alive?
Yeah. Both of my
Biological?
parents.
Or either or?
I was adopted. So I don't know.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, my parents are both alive and still married. And
Oh.
doing great.
I was also adopted, and all four of my parents are still alive.
My adopted parents are dead.
Were you
You're
guys all
almost at
adopted?
the island now. A steep mountain cloaked in thick green vegetation dominates the view.
Am I the only one who wasn't adopted?
No, I don't think I was. I mean, they haven't told me otherwise.
It's just as awkward as real icebreakers.
Maybe you don't remember. Your memory is fuzzy.
Yeah.
But ahead
Yeah,
of you,
yeah.
you do see some signs of habitation. Concrete jetties to dock your boat, a seaside village, a small industrial port, a radio mast on one of the hills in the distance, a lighthouse. It is time for your first decision as an alliance. Where will you land on Island 1? And if we can, I'd like to bring up our Island 1 map. I can go over your choices.
Okay.
So,
Nowhere near trees.
yes, I hate trees. The choices are, there is closest to you right now, a fishing village. You see a cluster of buildings in faded pastels around, some docks and quays there. Then far to your left, very small in your vision, out on a peninsula jutting from the island, you can see a lighthouse. And the industrial port that was mentioned is also an option. That industrial port, you see big rusted ships and docks and things like that. And so those are your three choices: the fishing village, the lighthouse, or the fishing village.
Before we do that, can we describe physically like what we each look like? Can we do that?
Sure.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Also, Jared, do we get like some sort of trust points or something after the icebreakers?
Oh, that's a very good man. I'm glad some of you read this game. Yes, everybody, having done icebreakers, would you please record 2 trust with each of your teammates? There should be a place to do that, and trust points can be used during the game to do all kinds of things that will help you in the competition.
Okay.
I don't even know your guys' names. Who are? It's nice to meet and maybe die with you.
What's your name?
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'll go first. I'm Casey Barlow, and I'm an Olympic athlete, actually. I'm kind of bummed to be missing the Olympics. I've been working really hard for them. They were just going to be in like a couple months in Paris, but oh well.
What's your sport?
Oh, surfing? I'm an Olympic surfer. Okay, so Casey is, and I rolled for all of these, which is awesome. I also rolled for Olympic
Character
athlete, which I thought
creation
was
is done by
hilarious.
rolling on a series of tables, which is a lot of fun.
Everything, your physical attributes, your occupation, name, first name, last name.
Yep.
These tables are huge and hilarious. I'm obsessed. But somehow it really all came together. So I'm an Olympic athlete. She's big and she's bulky. She's strong. She's looks like, a few centuries ago, she would have been like a warrior Viking woman. She's very tan. She's got these piercing blue eyes, like light blue eyes, and just long, like brown to gold to bleached hair. You can tell she spends a lot of time in the water, and it's just like gorgeous. And she's got really chewed fingernails, like down to the quick. And she's so big. I think she's sort of like sitting, cross-legged, crossed arms, sort of like trying to fit in this tiny boat. And she's pretty young. She's probably like 24.
Wow. The size of that surfer.
Where? Is there another surfer? I know most of them. It's pretty small sport.
My name is Ren. My name is Ren Lam, and she is. She has. I rolled for these too. I rolled for her name. She is an intelligence operative. She has cold eyes, a delicate build, sleek hair, and smells of lilacs.
Oh.
And she's just like she just looks like the Terminator right now, like a little willowy Terminator.
Awesome.
Ooh,
I think
Terminator.
we're gonna
I
get
love
along.
Yeah.
My name is Bowie Porter. I'm a martial arts instructor. And I have calm eyes, neat hair, a brawny build, and strong hands.
Wow.
Wow.
My name is Colby Snow, and as you can see, I have very piercing eyes, and I'm pretty gaunt. And then he like reaches behind his head. He's like, and oh my god, I have a man bun. Jesus,
Did you not
things are
have
real.
a-
Know that?
Things are
You
real
didn't have a man
good
bun?
right now. I seem to have, by the way you're all looking at me, I have a notable scar somewhere on my face, and I think I was a filmmaker. When you asked the question about the movies, something inside me sparked. I was like, wait, I think I make those.
Huh.
I don't think I made any of the ones you mentioned, though.
Okay.
Maybe 8mm. I don't know.
Did you make 8mm?
I don't think so. I have a very strong recollection of it, though.
I really like that film.
Hopefully I did. We'll find out.
Right.
I'm sure it did.
Find out on the
I'm sure
other
it did
side.
really well, both critically and financially.
I'm sure it did.
I'd know if you were John G. Alvinson.
Yes, he's a household name.
Who's that?
He is in my
The
house.
director of 8mm, of course.
Okay.
Very good. Yes, what were you about to say?
I'm just like thinking, I want to look at this map. So
Yeah. Yeah, I do too.
I'm
I texted.
I'm thinking we head straight for the village. Maybe have a chance to get supplies there. Some good cover.
Well, okay, for sure. Yeah, supplies are really good. I definitely don't want to be there when the second bell rings, though. I'd rather be like out away from people. So, can we be quick about it? I guess. I don't know.
What do you do when you play Fortnite? Do you run to the outskirts or run to the middle?
I don't have time for video games. I'm an Olympic athlete.
All right.
Yeah, let's do the fishing.
No reason to
village.
raise your voice.
The fishing village?
I'm
Is that
so
what we're all
sorry.
deciding? We're foregoing the lighthouse and the industrial port for the fishing village? Is that what I'm hearing?
I was going to say lighthouse, but this young lady seems to want to go fishing.
I love
Oh, fish is really good protein. It's really lean, and like it can be really delicious with.
We don't
very
know how
minimal
long we're going to have to go
ingredients.
without food.
Yeah.
Set a course for the fishing village. Colby Snow.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's okay. Well, I'll just grab this stick sticking out of the engine that I'm assuming. Oh, yep, it moves. Look at this.
Direct the boat to shore.
So you're pulling up to a single concrete jetty, and you can see some tarmac roads kind of stretching out from the jetty, and some weather-beaten buildings. These are small wooden houses. They're faded by the sun. All of the windows are boarded up, and it's definitely a fishing village because you smell fish. There's a heavy odor of fish hanging over everything. The wind picks up a little bit, and you can get off of the boat and kind of take a look at the situation in the village. And immediately you become aware that someone, as you approach the village, as you get near the first buildings, someone is yelling into a megaphone. A man is yelling into a megaphone. And this place is in chaos. You can hear over the sound of the megaphone, there are explosions, gunshots. You see people in matching tracksuits, not plum-colored, running around. And this man is thundering commands through his megaphone. You're not sure where he's at. You haven't gotten your eyes on him yet, but he's saying, "Line up! Join us or your life is forfeit! Line up in the square immediately or you will be hunted down and eliminated!" And as you are hearing this horrible litany of commands, someone near the jetty, in kind of a little alley between two weathered buildings, goes, "Psst! Hey, over here!"
Yeah, what's up, dude? Yeah, dude, what's up?
I'm actually a woman. She, her.
Okay, dude, what's up? But thank you for letting me know. She, her as well.
That's your life story.
Listen. You don't want to join Abthorpe, okay? That guy he's a fascist, man. Some of us are getting together. We're joining forces. We're gonna get out of this village. But we can't let him spot us.
What's going on here?
Have you? Are you
I
in
don't
the
know.
game?
His name is Abthorpe. That's all I know. He's trying to gather a big alliance to take out the rest of the competitors.
Oh no, he sounds like a major drag.
Yeah.
How long have you been
very
here?
Nice.
Minutes, just like you.
Oh, okay, word. Yeah, for sure.
Well, you've made some real plans.
Yeah, that guy sounds like a dick. Let's go with this dude.
Bowie grabs this young girl by her shirt and says, "Hold on. How do we know we can trust you?"
I guess you don't.
Yeah, what's your favorite movie?
What's your opinion on trees?
Maybe the truth about cats and dogs. I love trees. I love trees. Listen.
Great.
Killer.
If you want to be part of some kind of totalitarian fucking might makes right regime under that asshat, then go ahead. But if you wanna team up with us, we're gonna get out of here before they see us.
Yeah, that sounds. I'm no Michael Bay. I don't want to be part of this mindless explosions.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
So the way the game works is this is the contest before you, and you have choices here. You could go and line up as this mystery man Abthorpe is commanding that you do, and join his alliance, or you could help Quincy and her team sneak out of here, or you could tell me a third or fourth thing you'd like to do, and you are free to discuss, but keep in mind the clock is always ticking on Deathmatch Island.
Okay.
Well, it's a tough one.
I'd say it's either her or we just bolt and go off on our own.
Head toward the lighthouse. Yeah, I mean, if we go with them, if they could be like shields. We could use, like, if things get out of trouble, we've got this team that we could just kind of throw in front of our problems.
Yeah, it could be nice to have some allies at first, you know?
I definitely don't trust her.
Or we see how it plays out and then just go with whoever comes out on top.
Yeah, let's go with the girl, I think. I think we get out of here. For sure we're getting out of here.
Yeah, we could always
But I
leave
think
from there, but yeah.
We can always leave them. We can always
She is a
ditch
young
them.
woman. She's a young woman. She's got tawny brown skin. She's got a black hair and a neat bun in the back. And she looks fit. She looks fit, and she has very caring eyes. The people with her, they a little bit look like people that would be picked later for volleyball. You know, they're not necessarily going to be picked first. There's a heavy-set middle-aged guy with he's going with the horseshoe of hair around the back.
Okay.
There is a very young woman, maybe only in her like very early 20s. She's a bit mousy with glasses on, and there is a guy who I could best describe as an old hippie. You know, a beard, kind of a wild set of long hair, but it looks like if he wasn't in the actual Woodstock event that he's read a lot about it, and he's definitely seen the Dead once or twice.
They seem fun. I like this group.
It's a fun group.
I think it takes
It's sort of like
courage
Scooby-Doo.
to
It sounds like a Scooby-Doo
They
group.
seem perfectly built for something called Deathmatch Island.
For sure. Yeah, you can definitely see why they're here.
If we gotta cut our group down by half, like, seems like we could do it.
Yeah, ally with the weak. And then
Yeah.
use them as they're the first to go.
Potentially
Sacrifice
useful.
them.
What color are their
Yeah.
jumpsuits?
Their jumpsuits are beige.
Oh, forget it.
Okay.
No style.
I'm out.
It clashes with our plum
Yeah,
No
scheme.
style.
it's gonna look weird.
No, I'm all for going with these guys.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
All right, we're in.
Okay. So I kind of need to know what they call your approach and your goal. Like, how are you going to escape with these guys, and what are you trying to do? And keep in mind also that in every contest there are rewards on offer. So if you are successful in the contest, you're going to walk away with some equipment and things that you can use. If you guys are following what Quincy has asked you, if you are sneaking out of this fishing village, then probably you're going to grab some stuff on your way out, so that you have equipment and acquisitions to use in further contests.
Okay, so this right now, like you said, Jared, sorry to clarify, we're in a contest right now. Like, a contest doesn't necessarily mean, like, everyone take your barbed wire bats and fight each other.
Yes. No, it's
Yeah.
interesting. A contest is sort of the game's name for an encounter, right?
Okay, cool.
But some of them are really actual contests, like races or rock climbing or, you know, some sort of event like a Squid Game event or something like that. And some are encounters like this, where you're simply trying to survive, make alliances, things like that.
Okay, cool. It could also be a potato sack race. We don't know. But right
Yeah.
now, it's a social.
Yeah.
It's just like a
situation.
social thing. So our approach is just to kind
Beauty
of
contest.
go off with them. We want to go off with them, and our goal
and
is
sneak away. Sneak away without what's his name? Abthorpe.
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 And
Without him noticing or any of his
horrible
minions noticing.
would you say our goal is to kind of like, keep our eyes peeled and see if this is on the up and up, and look if a better solution presents itself?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, like, I think Ren definitely wants to get her hands on tools. Like, she definitely wants
tools
a
and
knife.
supplies. Yeah, I want to keep my eyes
supplies
peeled
for
for
sure.
any supplies as we are trying to stealthily exit this village.
Okay. Very good. So it sounds like you're stealthily exiting the village. I heard stealth, I heard sneaking, I heard keeping your eyes peeled for opportunities or danger.
Supplies,
All
yeah.
of that sounds like a snake mode contest.
Oh,
and
dear.
I can
Okay.
also tell you that all contests here in the fishing village are risky. Risky means that each of you that fails will cause the team to lose one of the rewards. Okay? But the first thing that happens is I roll the production roll. The production roll is the roll of the GM that represents the forces that are against you right now. And Abthorpe is trying to collect an alliance of people here. He's telling people to fall in line. He's telling them to eliminate or capture competitors who are not running into the village square and joining him. And so I'm going to collect some dice for Abthorpe. Let's see. Abthorpe, he's a police officer, which I think applies here. So I'm going to take a D8 for him. He's being aggressive, which I think applies here. So I'm going to take a D6 for him. Oh, no, that's a D8 actually. I'll take another D8 for him. And I'm going to take loud. I think loud applies here because he's literally screaming at everybody. And that's how he's making them cowed and compliant. So that's a D6 for him. And the danger level here, and I'm not sure how much you would always want to reveal to the players, but I'm going to reveal it all right now so people watching at home just get an idea of how the game is played. The danger level here is 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll all of Abthorpe's dice, and I'm going to add the highest one to the danger level of 4, and that is going to determine for us what the target number you guys have to hit is. Okay? So here we go. Boom. Okay, the highest number was a 5. I add that to 4. Your target number is a 9. And I can tell you now what Abthorpe's actions are. And he goes, fan out, find anyone that's hiding. I want them here, front and center. I want to know everyone on this island right now. I want to know their faces. I want to know their attitude. Get them. And now the people that have already joined with him start fanning out, running through in between the buildings. They're spreading out all over the fishing village, and they're looking for anybody who hasn't fallen in line already. But they're a little disorganized. It's a little chaotic still. They all just landed here. Some of them are still getting their bearings. That's why the target number is only a 9 right now. Okay? So now it is your turn, everybody. You are going to engage in your rolls to see who wins this contest, Abthorpe or your team. So, the first thing that you need to do is one at a time announce yourself as a competitor, okay? So, let's begin with our friend Bowie. Here's what's going to happen. Each player dictates an announcement of their competitor's entrance into the contest. This could take the form of a written chyron or lower third caption, as it would appear on screen over footage of their competitor, or it could be the bombastic voiceover of the host. On your turn, announce your competitor's identity, grab dice as you go. If your occupation applies to the contest, grab that die. Then add your name die and the capability die for this contest. In this case, it'll be a snake mode die. If you're good at snake mode, you have a slight advantage here. Snake mode is the capability that deals with stealth, trickery, deception, hiding, sleight of hand, thievery, things like that. And since you're sneaking away, snake mode would be appropriate here. So let's begin with Bowie. Bowie, enter the contest when you're ready.
Oh, Jared, sorry to, is there a thing where we don't have to do this? Like we can support or something?
Oh,
Yeah. Do we
You
use
can
like
sit
trust
out.
points for that?
You can sit out, yeah.
No, that's
I don't have a good snake mode.
That's okay. Yeah. In phase 1, before the klaxon sound for the, do or die phase 2, you can support. You may choose to sit out of the contest and provide support. You pass a copy of your capability die to the competitor player of your choosing, and they include it in their dice pool. The supporting competitor gains 1 trust with the character that they supported and marks 1 new follower box. So when we get around to you, my friend Colby, then you can say whether you'd like to support or not, and everybody
Okay.
can do that, okay? All right, so Bowie, when you're ready, announce your competitor's entrance into the contest.
All right, so vroom, lower third pops up. It says Bowie Porter, martial arts teacher, registered lethal weapon.
Perfect.
He's kind of looking around as vroom, comes on. And so I want to roll my name. I think martial arts teacher would, even though I'm not a ninja, I think it would apply here. He's going to know how to kind of move, use his body to move stealthily, and then snake mode. So I would get a D6 for my name, a D6 for martial arts teacher, and then a D6 for snake mode. Is that how am I reading that correctly?
That's correct. Now, I want to just give you a few more options. You may mark a fatigue box to include a die from another capability, if you'd like. And later, there will be acquisitions you can add. Right now, you have no acquisitions to add, but those are items and equipment that might help. And then you can also ask to spend trust with another competitor, and they will give you a copy of your name die, of their name die, rather.
So I get like another D6 if I did that. Yeah, and so would I be totaling these 3 D6 and trying to hit a 9?
No, I think it's your you're going to add your 2 highest. You're going to add your 2 highest, and you're trying to hit a 9.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
My range is 2. The range is 2 to 12 for all of us on 2d6.
Well, you have your occupation D6, your name D6, and your capability D6. Yeah, that's right, 2d6. You may want to mark a point of fatigue and add a capability that's really good for you. But when we describe our actions, you'll have to tell me how you use that extra capability.
All right, I will mark a fatigue to use I'm a challenge beast. That's my jam. That would give me another D8 to add into this. But the way I'm doing it is, I would say...
Oh, wait, don't describe it yet.
Okay,
Just
see if
collect your dice, and the way this game is a bit different from other role-playing games is you roll first, and then you describe what you've done. But right now, you're collecting your dice pool, so keep all of your options in mind for collecting dice. For example, marking fatigue, or using trust from another player. And I'll say also this: fatigue is sort of your health meter. The kind of thing that you use in other games. And when you run out of fatigue, you have to start marking injuries. And when you get a certain number of injuries, they become permanent. Like you'll say you have a broken leg, and I may make that affect the game in some way. And then when you're out of injury boxes, you dead, man.
So we all start with 4 fatigue. Is that right?
Let me look at your competitor sheets.
Yeah, it looks like it. There's 4 slots.
Yep,
Yeah.
4 slots of fatigue. That's right.
And then we take injuries.
And you only heal fatigue between islands. So you'll have to complete the entire island before you heal fatigue. And just to give you an idea of how long that will be, you're going to travel to 3 or 4 nodes here in phase 1. And then, so that's like 3 or 4 contests. And then in phase 2, the deathmatch, you're going to engage in 3 different contests.
You know what I'm actually going to do here is I'm not going to mark the fatigue and use challenge beast for the simple reason that if you fail a contest, you take 1 fatigue. So it's better for me to just risk it with what I have and save that fatigue, or not get double fatigue should I fail, because I would then lose another fatigue if I failed. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just gonna roll the 3d6 and hope for the best. I know it affects our chances at a reward, but that would be my dice pool, 3d6.
Okay, don't roll them yet. Roll them yet. Let us now introduce our next competitor. Can I hear from? I'm sorry, is it CJ, Mary Lou?
Casey Barlow.
Casey Barlow, forgive me. Casey Barlow, are you going to enter the competition or support?
The Chiron blasts across the bottom of the screen. Casey Barlow, Olympic athlete, professional flow master. And she's definitely entering this competition. I'm gonna do what you thought about doing, just to see what happens. I am also a challenge beast, not snake mode. I mean, the obvious from my physical prowess as an Olympic athlete. But I am gonna take a point of fatigue to add my challenge beast die to my dice pool. I think that being an Olympic athlete, specifically a surfer, is good for stealth because I'm professionally crouching all the time, right? And I'm riding the flows of the
no
waves.
No one crouches more than a
Very
surfer.
used to
Nobody
crouching.
crouches more than a surfer, and I'm used to like being aware of my changing situations and using my body to adjust to a very dangerous, quickly changing situation.
Very good. So grab a D6 for your occupation as an Olympic athlete. Grab a D6 for your name, Casey Barlow, and then you're recording. And then you also get, the capability snake mode D6, and then you're gonna mark fatigue to grab your challenge beast die. Is that right?
Yep, correct.
Okay, very
so I have
good.
3 D6 and a D8.
Okay, you've got your dice pool ready, and then we turn to Ren.
Ren. So yeah, Ren, like the announcer, like is heard from. It's just like Lauren Ren Lamb, professional sniper and assassin for MI6 in the UK.
Oh my God. What?
And,
Can we hear that? Can we hear that over like speakers? Oh my God.
That's on TV. That's on TV. So she wants to kill a pursuer to discourage further pursuit.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
that might do it.
I have a D8 for my. I'm going to use Deathmatch, and I have a D8 for that. So I have to use fatigue to do that. Is that right?
That's right. So just to let the viewers know, the capabilities are social game, challenge beast, deathmatch, and there's one more. What's the other one?
Snake
Snake
mode.
mode.
The one that we
Snake mode, the contest we're doing. So deathmatch is killing people. So you're going to.
There's also one that's just redacted, which I have no idea what that is.
Redacted is
A lot
when
of redacted stuff.
it's when
A
you
lot
go
of
to
redacted throughout the material.
Yeah, when you go to places you're not supposed to go on the island, when you put the system on trial and try to solve the mystery of Deathmatch Island, you will be able to roll your redacted capability. That's the other capability. But right now, you're going to roll your name, your occupation die, which is assassin?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
Operative.
sick.
Operative. Like government
D6.
operative.
Okay. You're going to roll your name. D6. You're going to roll snake mode. D6. And you have marked a point of fatigue to add a D8 for deathmatch. Is that right?
Okay. So is that 4d6 or 3d6?
That's 3D6, I believe, and a D8.
Plus a d8. Okay.
And make sure to mark that fatigue. And I can't wait to see how you kill someone if you succeed, because currently you have no weapons. So Ren Lamb is horrifying. All right.
It's so I got a 15.
Oh wait,
total.
don't roll yet. We do not roll yet.
Sorry.
We do not roll until the contest begins. All right, and so now we turn to our friend Colby Snow. Colby, are you going to support or are you going to enter the contest?
So you see Colby in the lower third comes across, and it's like you see like a silhouette of a film camera, and it says Colby Snow, and he's just sort of nervously touching his man bun and kind of like. Like you can see like this look of disgust. He's just like touching it, and then it says Colby Snow, still figuring it out. He's just sort of like looking around. He's looking at his three partners, and he decides he's going to support Bowie in his attempts.
Very good.
So I think that would manifest itself as him sort of peeking down and just watching, and just being able to like, you know, if he needs to shout a little direction.
You're the lookout.
He's a director.
Yeah.
He's a director.
He's using that filmmaking eye to spot people watching.
Mark a point of trust with Bowie, and Bowie, you get an extra D6 from
Amazing.
Colby's name die.
Amazing. And then he gets to click the follower box. So like basically, people on the internet are way into him doing that, and they start following him.
They're into him doing it, but of course, the winner of the competition here is going to get 9 follower boxes checked.
Whoa.
Anybody that succeeds is going to get half that, 5 rounded up. And then anybody that fails the contest is only going to get 1 follower box, like our supporter, Colby Snow. Are you ready for the contest to begin?
Ready.
Then everybody can now roll their dice pools.
And you're supposed to pick the 2 highest?
The 2 highest.
8!
A fail from Bowie
no.
Porter.
I rolled 4, 4, 2, 1, so taking the 2 4s, that's an 8.
Even with support, maybe bad direction from Colby Snow.
Colby's not sure how good a director he is, just so he can't remember.
Yeah. How did Casey
I meant
Barlow
camera
do?
left, not your left. You idiot.
I got a 9. I got a 9.
9. Succeeded.
So
and
I do
how
pass.
did
I succeed.
How did Ren Lamb do?
I got a 13. I got a
There
6
we go.
on my D6 and a 7 on my D8.
Oh,
Okay.
amazing.
Ren Lamb is the winner of the contest.
Hell yeah.
And our friend Casey is also a success, succeeded at the contest. Bowie is a failure, and Colby supported. Let us start. I want you to describe how the contest goes for you, Bowie Porter. What all happens during this encounter?
I mean, I think that's funny if he told me to go one way and I went the other because we misunderstood camera left. Like that.
That's
So
great.
start-
I love that.
I just dart off in the direction he points, and Sophie's like, no, not that way. I'm already going top
Yeah.
speed. And I run right into like somebody in a green jumpsuit. something.
Right, yeah. And then you have to like turn around and escape. And because of your failure, you're going to lose one of the rewards for the contest. And I'll let you know what the rewards are in just a minute. But one of the rewards will not be on offer.
And I take a point of fatigue for
And you take
failing.
a point of fatigue for failing. That's right. Probably good you didn't take that point of fatigue earlier to add a capability. So
Yeah.
there you go. That was Bowie Porter. He needs to learn camera left. And now we turn to Casey Barlow. Casey, describe how you succeeded at the contest.
You see Casey drop into just the most natural crouch you've ever seen in her entire life. It's like she was born in a crouch.
Like she was born crouching.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and like her long golden hair, like, you know, seems to just drape over her like a cape, and she just flows like water in between these alleys. Just the most smoothest crouch walking, and I think, you know, she's keeping her eyes peeled for all sorts of supplies, and I think she finds some good stuff. And Jared, maybe you can help me decide what she finds. But I think she was looking for supplies and avoiding notice. And so since I passed, I think that's what I did.
Okay, very good. Flowing, weaving, flowing, crouching, taking the path of least resistance. Casey leads Quincy's team through the buildings without encountering any resistance. But the winner of the competition is Ren Lamb. And Ren, I would like for you to describe how you win.
Okay, so coming through like the outskirts of the village, this tropical island, she comes across like a bamboo grove, and so she grabs like one of the bamboo stalks, like kicks it with her foot, like breaking it off at an angle, snapping the other end off on her knee to break off the leaves. And she tucks it behind her back, and like as this person has come running up to tackle her, she whips this thing out and shoves it right in their chin and into their brain, like him down, shoom. And then she takes off in the direction of her teammates.
Yeah, I can tell you that there were other competitors right behind the man you just killed, and when they see you do that, they stop in their tracks, and then they decide to just go back to Abthorpe and not mess with you. Now, our friend Casey Barlow brings a pile of gear into the jungle where you have stopped to rendezvous, my friend Ren. And as the winner of the competition, you decide how to distribute the rewards from this contest.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Very cool.
The winner always decides how to distribute the rewards. Currently, there are 4 sets of survival gear, and there are 2 Remington M870 shotguns.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right, so she passes out one of the survival gear packs to each of her friends, and she takes one of the Remingtons for herself, and she's just like, "Does anyone here have any experience with firearms?"
Remington 870 shotguns. No, but I'd like one.
No, but I feel like I'd be kind of good at it. I just have a good feeling.
I always tell my students, the best way to learn is to practice. How will I learn how to shoot this shotgun if I don't practice it? I believe the gun should go to me.
I've watched a lot of Point Break, and I just feel like I would be really good with a gun. So, I don't know. Think about it.
I hate guns.
All right, so I think she, in the moment, is going to hand the gun to Casey.
Oh, nice. Sick, dude. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, brah.
By the way, Quincy's team is standing there. Quincy's team is standing there, and you see Quincy's eyes narrow as she clocks the fact that you haven't given any of her followers, any of her team, any survival gear or weaponry, and perhaps the Alliance is already, weakened by this. Now, what I will tell you about your Remington M870 shotgun, Casey Barlow and Ren, is that you will mark that on your sheet. You can see that there's a place to mark it, and you need to put a little mark through the little diamond beside it that lets you know that you have like a use of it that you can do. And whenever you use it, that'll give you a D4 equal to the number beside the shotgun, which is I believe a 2. Is that right? Yeah. So that will give you 2D4 anytime you use it in a contest. Those D4, you don't count them as like the highest is added to your total. Instead, you just add them to the final tally. Yeah,
awesome.
Exactly.
Oh, that's awesome.
You add one of them to the final tally, okay?
That's
But there's a downside, okay? When you use a weapon in a contest, that contest becomes dangerous. And that means if you fail the contest, you don't mark a fatigue, you mark an injury.
Oh, I see.
Right. And we're going to see what happens in our next contest when we come back from a short break. We are playing Deathmatch Island from Evil Hat Games. Oh, when we come back, the bodies are going to hit the floor. Stay tuned to the Glass Cannon Network.
Let them.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Welcome back to Deathmatch Island! I just scared Mary Lou!
Yeah. Woo!
We are back on Deathmatch Island, where our competitors, Ren Lamb, Casey Barlow, Bowie Porter, and Colby Snow, are fighting for their lives. They have allied themselves with Quincy's team. And here out in the jungle, she reveals to you that she's actually a veterinarian. Maybe,
Nice.
and she says that she reiterates that her favorite movie is The Truth About Cats and Dogs. Having completed your first contest, how am I not surprised that the MI6 operative won the contest?
It's like a little. I swear to God, this is what I rolled. Like on this thing, not like MI6.
All
but
competitors,
like,
all player characters are randomly rolled, and it's a really cool mix of people here. And the next thing you have to do, now that you finished that first contest, is decide which node on the island you're going to go to next. Nodes are locations where something happens. Either you have a encounter with the cast of the island, the people like Abthorpe and Quincy who are running around, or you face a challenge of some sort, part of the game, a contest that is literally a contest that you must complete. Can we take a look at the map right now? And you guys can start to decide where you'd like to go next. You're down at the bottom there. You just completed the fishing village, and now you have 3 choices you can go to from here. First, to your left, you'll see the blinking light. And I think as you're moving through the jungle, you literally see, like somewhere up ahead of you on a hill, a blinking light. However, there are roads and paths before you, 2 of them, and they're leading off to the north and to the east. There is no path leading to this mysterious blinking light. What is it? What does it mean? Perhaps you investigate, perhaps you ignore it. Straight ahead of you, there is a path leading, perhaps you can hear all the way from here, you can hear the sound of rushing water far ahead. Or you could go to the path to the right, which you see perhaps some of Abthorpe's alliance running through the jungle toward it. That is the ravine. So Whitewater and the ravine are your 2 other choices. And I just want to say that one of the coolest things about Deathmatch Island is the core book comes with a bunch of islands pre-made to play through, more than one that you can play through.
That's great.
And it comes with casts. So that's different competitors who are on the island with you. You can mix and match the casts and the islands to get different experiences. And I think you can see,
cool.
If you're a real homebrew GM, how it would be easy enough to design your own islands to throw into the game and your own casts.
That's really cool.
I don't think it would take too long or be too much work to do that as well. All right.
So cool.
Your team needs to decide where they're going to next. The blinking light, Whitewater, or the ravine.
Now, I want to clarify that we can't see that map, right? So we don't know like the other nodes on the other like side of each of those choices, right? All we know are those 3 choices.
A great question. Look, I'm not the kind of person that's like, don't metagame. Like, you can metagame a little bit, but if you prefer to play strictly in character, then I would say no. Your competitor doesn't currently have access to a map.
Right, to a map. Okay.
And maybe some GMs would prefer not to show it to their players, and that's fine too. But I just wanted to show the cool graphic design of this book.
Cool.
Yeah,
So cool.
for sure.
Very vibey.
Well, I don't think we should head anywhere near the violent mob that was just trying to hunt us down.
That seems like really bad vibes. I do not want to go to the ravine with Abthorpe and his friends.
What
Yeah,
the
we should
hell
avoid
is that
them.
blinking light out there?
I'm certainly intrigued by the blinking light.
Am I
into
the only
the
one
light.
seeing this?
I mean, I love water, and like water is where I'm strongest. So, I mean, I think that's a good idea, but that freaking blinking light is like so wild.
And
We
where there's-
can't not go.
Where there's no path, we might be able to lose the scent of these people.
Yeah, that's so true.
Become one
What's
with
your
them.
martial
I
art
think
of
it seems
choice,
fun.
Bowie? What are you an instructor of exactly?
My memory is kind of hazy, but I'm a 3rd degree black belt at Tiger Greenberg's martial arts academy?
Tiger Green.
Sounds really authentic.
Yes, he owns 8 different Tiger Greenberg's dojos in my hometown. And rumor has it, the great Stephen Tiger Greenberg studied under Bruce Lee himself, learning the way of Jeet Kune Do, and then also trained with Israeli monks.
Israeli monks. They're like
That's
Krav
so
Maga.
So
Monastic
No,
Krav
not that.
I
Maga.
guess you'd call it a hybrid style.
I guess you could.
Quincy
Sounds like your
says,
standard
Very
suburban
cool.
style.
Quincy says, you must
guard.
you must be having trouble recovering your memories because a lot of that sounds like bullshit. Pardon me.
I will not let a veterinarian talk to me like that.
Look, if we're talking about where to go next, yeah, I kind of tend to agree. Let's stay away from Abthorpe's thugs. So, I'm just worried. I mean, like, if we go off the path, like whoever put us here, like, what are they willing to do to us if we break the rules?
Are there rules? I mean, how do we even know that there are any?
I mean, they put the blinking light there. If they didn't want us to see it, they wouldn't have made the light blink.
Wouldn't have blinked it. Would have kept it off.
The heavy set guy, middle-aged guy with the horseshoe of hair goes, yeah, but I mean, there's not an official path. I mean, clearly the signposts are marked to take us to the next challenge.
Oh my god, you're so boring. Okay, listen.
The
We
hippie
already
guy goes, it could be nothing up there at the blinking light. Like, it could be just like, I don't know, like a warehouse with like a bunch of carpet or something. And then Quincy goes,
Well-
carpet?
Keep going, Jared. Keep having them talk to me.
Could you guys shut up so these guys can talk?
And then another guy comes in from another group.
Yeah, there's a mousy woman with glasses. She says nothing. She says nothing.
I saw you at the den at Nashua, 97.
we already saved y'all's asses once. Like, you can come with us if you want. If you don't want to, if you want to stay on the road like a bunch of lamos, then like go ahead. But we're gonna see that blinking light.
They all look at each other, and then Quincy goes, we'll stay with you. Strength in numbers.
Exactly.
Really good choice. Via con Dios, let's go.
To the blinking light.
Sounds like you're headed to the blinking light.
Hell yeah.
High on the hill, as you approach, you see a concrete bunker, and on its top is a single blinking light. You eventually do find an overgrown path up to the bunker, but it is blocked by a boom gate with a no entrance sign on it. The weathered concrete here is overgrown with vegetation. The blinking light, by the way, is orange, and its blinking is like blink, 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 blink. You can see that the bunker has a heavy steel door even behind this fence. So it is time for you guys to tell me your approach and your goal here.
So there's a fence and there's like a small building.
Yeah, it's a small concrete bunker. There's a fence, and that concrete bunker has the blinking light on top of it and a big steel door.
There might be something in there or a place to hide. We gotta get in there. I could hop the fence.
I mean, it's just a fence, right? But do we
Is there
see
any
any
sign of it being like electrified or anything like that?
Yeah.
Little lightning bolts somewhere?
any like turrets?
There are
or-
no little lightning bolts anywhere, but I love that Colby Snow is like, do you guys see lightning bolts? There is.
I saw Jurassic Park.
Sure.
Yeah, that's in
There-
a movie. There'd be lightning bolts.
There is no sign that says the fence is electrified. There is just a large, weather-beaten metal sign that says "No entrance" in big black letters, and it has sort of that like safety, the yellow and black lines on it.
Oh, yeah.
Do we know that this is being broadcast somewhere? Do we have that awareness?
Oh, do you know that? Actually, looking at your wristwatch, my friend Bowie Porter, you realize that you have accumulated followers during your last contest. My friend Ren Lamb has accrued 9 boxes ticked, which I believe means 90,000 followers. You guys could check my math.
1 box is,
Yeah, my friend Casey Barlow has recorded 50,000 followers. 50,000
Sick.
followers. And
Nice.
Bowie and Colby should currently be showing 10,000 followers each. Who are these followers? What are they watching? How are they following you? Perhaps the answer is in this concrete bunker.
Yeah, I think like for Ren, ostensibly she has the sense that she came here for personal reasons, like something to better herself, like as a person somehow. But she's also wondering, with her limited memory, if there's some deeper reason why she came here. Like maybe she was sent by her government or some agency to get to the bottom of whatever's going on here. So she's so now she's
Wait, that
like,
should be a confessional moment. Like, don't they have the confessionals?
The confessional.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like, if
I didn't mention this, or I didn't mention this earlier, but the confessionals are actually when you describe what you did in the contest. So we kind of did it just like you describe it, but if you guys would prefer to do it as a confessional, then we can certainly do that, and maybe that's more fun. So,
well, how does that work?
how in universe,
if you
like, how does
die
that work?
doing the thing, does it cut to your confessional? Like, and so I died, picking the wrong course of actions. Like, how does that? Because are the confessionals recorded after the fact?
I
might be being too much of a filmmaker right now.
Yeah. No,
I'm
you're a
curious how that
filmmaker.
The man bun away.
These are great questions, but in order to find out, Colby Snow, you're gonna have to compete.
Okay. It's a great default answer to have in a chamber every time.
I am not. They don't call it the GM. They call it the production player. So I'm supposed to simulate production here, and I can tell you to find out the answers to these and other mysteries, you're gonna have to fight for your life.
All right, let's go to this fence.
Let's hop the fence and get in there and see what's going on. If we learn more, we
Jared,
can
can I
use it.
throw a stick at the fence? Is that part of or is that my one contest?
That would be a description of what you do in the contest, maybe. Okay, so I hear an approach and a goal is to hop the fence, break open the door, and the goal is to kind of see what's inside. Is that right? I mean, that's pretty basic, but maybe basic is the most obvious thing is the thing to do. Okay, so I can tell you that as you approach, you hear something whir to life. Maybe it's an air conditioner or some sort of fan, or maybe it's something else. Yes, it's time for you to handle the automated security measures.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's right.
Freaking knew it.
You get, for the automated security measures, I get a D6 because this is restricted. I also get a D6 because they're dangerous. And the danger level here is higher than in the last contest. The danger level is +5.
Oh my God.
And I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything in terms of it being restricted, because that might mean something special. Like, some contests are exhausting, which means they cost like 1 fatigue to enter them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. No, it's just that it's restricted. That means that it always uses the redacted capability. That's going to be the capability that you use here. And when a node uses the redacted capability, when it's restricted, you can only use redacted acquisitions in your rolls against it. So your M870 shotgun won't do you any good here. Should I have told you that before you came? This game isn't supposed to be fair. It's supposed to be fun. Okay.
That's awesome. It says your weapons and acquisitions become remotely disabled when you enter a restricted contest.
Oh,
wow.
So you're
I
like,
can just see.
They don't
Yeah.
work.
I can just see Casey or Ren kind of trying to cock their shotgun and suddenly finding that it is kind of frozen. It won't cock.
Yeah.
And there's like a red light that has come on the shotgun.
That is so twisted. And
That's
she just
really
puts it
cool.
like in her backpack.
It's pretty twisted. I am now going to
That's
roll
so
these
twisted.
automated security measures and see what I get here. They are restricted and they are dangerous. I'm going to roll these 2d6. I'm going to take the highest number and add it to 5. Oh, dear me. I rolled a 5 as my highest number, plus 5.
Jeepers.
Target number for this contest is 10.
Oh.
And now I can tell you what happens. You kind of missed them before because they looked like maybe like just lights or something hanging over the little door. But now 2 gun turrets whir around and they seem to kind of be going as you move back and forth and following you.
Oh no.
Okay. It's time for you to enter the contest by stating your name. Let's start the opposite direction this time with Colby Snow.
Colby's just sort of like, these look like pretty nice camera lenses on those guns. And then it's Colby Snow comes out like bottom third. Still figuring it out. And I think I have to enter this to live. So he's gonna try to. Maybe he's gonna try to like move real fast or like in a zigzaggy motion because he knows it's hard for a camera to keep track.
Oh, okay, very good.
Yeah.
Motion blur.
So he
Thinks
gets
of the movie In-Laws. The In-Laws. It's Serpentine.
Do you
Just
think,
like in Meet the Fockers.
yeah, Serpentine. Okay, do you think being a filmmaker would apply here?
Yes.
For the reasons you just outlined? You know what?
I think so.
agree. Take a D6 for that. Take a D6 for your name.
Wait, sorry. Take a D6 for filmmaker, meaning
Your occupation.
So
Your
that would be
occupation.
a D8, right? Because it's the
Nope,
occupation.
No,
Nope.
occupations are D6.
Your occupation is a D6.
Oh, duh. Right. Okay. Got
Now,
it. D6.
occupation is a D6. Your name is a D6.
Yes.
And your redacted capability, the redacted capability for everyone starts at D6.
D6. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so you've got 3D6 right now. Do you want to, in some way,
Fatigue myself?
you could fatigue yourself? Yeah. You have no acquisitions because I don't think anybody gave you any.
I just have survival gear.
The survival gear is for recovering fatigue later.
Right.
You could take. You could spend trust. You could spend trust with someone and get a copy of their name die.
I'll spend, because I got an extra one with Bowie, I'll spend one of those. So I'm
Okay,
back
great.
to 2.
All right. So now you have 4d6, and you can tally the 2 highest and see if you can beat a 10. But don't roll yet.
Hands off the dice. The pool is
Hands off the
assembled.
dice. If you roll those dice, I'm gonna disconnect you from this call. Tough but fair. He's tough but fair. Okay.
Tough but fair.
Tough and fair.
Now we turn to Ren Lamb.
Ren, I think, is going to... oh, boy. I think she's going to try to assist Colby.
A
By-
support.
Yeah, by throwing the deadhead into the firing range of the automated turrets to distract them so that he can get in.
That is truly amazing.
Get better musical taste.
You give a D6 to Colby. Yeah, let me make sure that's how it works. You pass a copy of your capability die. Redacted would be a D6. You pass it to Colby, and in a minute we'll describe how all that goes when you do that, when you throw the hippie to the guns. All right, let us now turn to Casey Barlow.
Casey Barlow, her name, the Chiron, Casey Barlow, and her descriptor is gonna say, going for it. Definitely entering the competition. I am going to spend a point of trust, and I think I'm gonna spend a point of trust with Colby. because he's a film director. And I think my occupation as Olympic athlete, I think I should add a D6 for this because as an Olympic athlete, I've had a measurement of on-camera training. And I'm aware of lenses and where they shoot and, how fast they can move and stuff.
You understand
And
camera left.
I understand camera left. I do. Right? Olympic athleticism is not just about the athleticism. It's also about, the deals and the brands and the image building. So I think I'm going to have 1d6 for my name, 1d6 for Olympic athlete, 1d6 for redacted, and then I'm spending a point of trust with Colby because he's a director, and I like to be directed well. To have 46 for this.
That sounds right.
Contest.
Okay, you're ready with your dice pool, and finally we turn to Bowie Porter.
All right, so for Bowie, instead of the Chiron this time, the host will be like, well, Bowie may not know his left from his right, but hopefully he knows fists can't block bullets. And
These are so good, I want to give extra dice for them.
Do it. Give us a D4.
I'm going to think about it.
Actually,
I'm allowed to give advantage dice. I'm allowed to give advantage dice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me see. An advantage. Let me just see what kind of. Anyway, continue with your description while I look up advantage dice, Troy.
all right, so the first contest did not go well for Bowie, but we all have these initial motivations that are secret. Only you and the production, what's it called? Production lead? Production manager? What is your role?
Just
I
production.
am the production player.
The production player. Like only the production player and you knows what your initial motivation is. So based on that, I kind of want to lean into my motivation. He feels like this is his chance. And so if we're all talking out the plans, his plan is like once the guns fire at the hippie, he's going to make a run for it and try and vault over the fence. So I almost feel like Ren has sort of become the de facto leader of the team. And you can challenge me on that. And so the reason I would say that is I can use the trust, follow your lead. Spend trust with the leader of the team to sway, that's to sway them to your idea or plan. I wanted to like sway myself to their plan. So that isn't quite right. I guess it would be, I would spend trust with Ren to bolster my action. She's setting it up and I'm going to go running for the fence.
That sounds right. So we're talking D6 occupation, because I think martial artist would apply. D6 name, D6 redacted. You're spending trust for another D6. And man, I loved your introduction, your announcer introduction so much that I'm going to go ahead and let you have another D6 for advantage. I think whoever's watching this is laughing, and they're starting to think, I might want to see more of this Bowie Porter guy.
Yeah.
Followers?
All right. Are you ready to begin your contest?
Yes.
Then
Wait, did we go through all of? Did Ren win all through all her stuff?
We'll get to Ren in a minute. Ren will describe what Ren does in a minute.
Okay, so we roll.
Roll, baby, roll.
Nice. Yep.
Okay. Who beat the target number of 10?
Oh, you have to
I did.
beat it or just match it?
Match,
Beat it.
match or beat?
Match or beat.
Oh, thank God. I got a 10.
Okay, great.
Oh, nice.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Nice.
I got an 11.
An 11. Okay. So we will describe everything now, and if you'd like, you can do it in confessional form, but we're going to start with our supporting player. Ren, you can mark 10,000 followers, one more scratch on your follower count as your wristwatch beeps, and you can describe what you do to support your fellow player Colby.
All right. So she like, as Colby, in case you're getting ready to brave this, she like lays a hand on the shoulder of the hippie, and she says, think all we need to succeed here is a little touch of gray. She throws him, like grabs him by the back of the neck and throws him right into the line of fire of the automated defenses.
Whoa, man!
Casey Jones, you better watch your me.
Yeah, the hippie is riddled with bullets, and our friend Colby is given an opportunity.
Just sees like, I hate violence.
And now it's lucky that everybody succeeded in this contest because this was a dangerous contest. Should I have mentioned that before? Quit questioning me. That means that if anybody had failed, they would have taken an injury, which, it flows logically from the fact that automated gun turrets are firing at you right now.
That'll do it,
However,
yeah.
everybody succeeded, and let's start with our lowest total. Colby Snow, what do? Describe what you do.
Yeah, sees the hippie just getting blown apart like a Verhoeven movie. And it's like, oh, good.
I'm very disappointed in you, Dick.
So I think part of what he does next is fueled by the fact that he's seeing someone die in real life. He's like, ah! And he like runs away from the body, but then remembers he's supposed to be confusing the camera. So he's like, ah! And then he goes this way, and he sort of like zigzags his way towards the fence to get, hopefully over it. But
Okay, yeah, all right. You take a really zigzaggy, and I can tell you when the guns get done with the hippie, they kind of can't follow Colby because Colby is so incompetent that they're designed to hit people that know what they're doing, and they're kind of like, and Colby, you get over the fence. Now let's turn to Casey Barlow. Casey, describe your actions here.
Yeah, so since I spent a point of trust with Colby, asking him to bolster me, I mean, if he's zigzagging and distracting the cameras from shooting him, he's also distracting them from shooting me. So I think I'm aware of the camera angles. I see they're following him. That gives me an opportunity. The hippie gives him an opportunity. He gives me an opportunity. And I'm gonna, one of the most important parts in surfing is when you launch up from laying down on the board to standing up. It takes a lot of upper body strength. And I'm gonna try and launch myself over the fence.
And you do so, and you launch yourself over the fence, and you land on the other side, inside the range, or rather, not inside the range, but beyond the range of the gun. They point outward, and you're kind of underneath them now. But now let us turn to our winning competitor, Bowie Porter. Describe how you defeat these automated security measures and win the day.
All right, so I imagine Bowie's just like, he's like breathing real heavy, watching this all go down, watching this guy get lit up, and we flash back to like a karate tournament somewhere. And there's an announcer like, folks, can you believe it? We're just under 10 minutes away from the finals of this year's tournament, a rematch from last year, where the challenger, Bowie Porter, steps up against Rad Brad Milligan, the current champ. Will Bowie win it all this year? Find out in just under 10 minutes. And we see a younger Bowie Porter, and he's standing there in his little karate gi. He's got the Tiger Greenberg symbol on his
so many
gi.
patches.
And a couple of dudes, couple of young dudes walk over, and they've got really cool hair, and they're like, hey, Porter, why don't you just call it quits? You gonna try and pull that Karate Kid 3 shit again? Just go home. You know you can't win. And then they like pull on his gi and give him a wedgie or something, and they're like, ha, ha, ha. Couple of cute girls just walk away, and he's sitting there seething. And so it comes back to him in real time. He sees the guy get lit up and just runs and does the split kick and like kicks the guns while he jumps over the fence.
So cool.
Nice. You split kick the guns? Is that what you just described?
Split kick the guns in midair as he leaps over the fence.
That is so beautiful. Bam! You split kick the guns, smashing them in directions that break and confound their servo motors, and now they can only fire away from the building and not in your direction. And in fact, soon they run out of ammo. Click, 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 and just sit there clicking. Please record. I believe it's going to be 100,000 followers, 10 boxes on your follower count.
Wow.
And my friends Casey and Colby can record 50,000 followers.
Nice.
5 boxes on their follower count. Please let me know when you reach, I believe it's like when you fill all the boxes on your follower count, something good happens. But I can tell you that big heavy iron door, that heavy iron door is now open. You pull on it and it's not even locked. I guess whoever left this bunker here thought the moving gun turrets would be all the security that they needed.
Joke's on them.
That's right.
And the old hippie.
Joke is on them indeed. So, what do you find inside? Why don't you let me describe it for you? Okay.
What do we win?
What
do we
happens?
get?
What did our compatriots do?
We just unlock the fence on the other side.
We'll get into them in a second. They came in behind you, obviously, and right now they appear to be talking to each other outside. The bald man, the mousy woman, and Quincy are kind of all conversing outside, whispering, while you guys enter and explore. The first thing that you notice is that a stale air hits you as you open that big metal door, and you see a concrete hallway and a ladder leading down into the darkness.
Ooh.
I did not expect that.
Oh, we gotta go in there, right?
Yeah,
That's so sick.
I don't see a blinking light. I don't know.
All right, who's going down?
I want to go down.
Yeah, let's go down.
Okay.
Well, I'll go down.
Everybody. You land in a sort of a basement space, and there are lots of shelves with tons of cans of canned food on all of the shelves. And ahead of you, you see bunk beds and a huge map of the island, much like the map. But you can continue to explore. You know, I want to look at the shelves or the bunk beds or the
For
map
sure.
or anything like that.
I want to look at the food.
Okay,
Flip the
looking
bed.
over at the food, you notice that there's also a water cooler near the food, but the water cooler is completely black. The part that holds the water, whatever's inside it, is black.
Huh.
Can I like sniff it? Or
Coffee?
It smells sickly sweet.
What? Can we stand by it and
Pepsi.
talk about last night's episode of
Pepsi's gotta be
Cheers?
You certainly can. In fact, Quincy and her team are now heading down into this survival bunker, and they're kind of taking a look at the water cooler as well. And they're like, "Why did you do that to Bingo?"
I didn't do that. That was
No, they're looking
not
right at
me.
Red. Looking right at Red.
It's like, he told me in confidence that he meant to betray all of you. You should be thanking me right
The
now.
horns haven't even gone off yet. We don't have to kill each other.
I tried to tell him. But tried to convince a hippie of anything other than, let's smoke another bowl.
I don't believe you, Red.
Don't you? And I have the gun. Like, I pull the gun out. Even though I know that it won't work, like, I pull it out.
Hey. Listen, tempers are a little hot.
Whoa.
No reason for any gunfire here. Let's be cool.
This alliance may have been a bad idea.
I don't know. It's been kind of great for us and you.
I tried to get away
Not great
from...
for Bingo, but
I tried to get away from the killers. That's why I joined forces with you.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I am really sorry about your friend. He seemed nice and pretty cool. But there's no really use, like, worrying about it now. He's dead.
The bald guy and the mousy woman kind of like listen to Casey say that, and they kind of like, they look kind of convinced by Casey, like whether Bingo is gone or not, you know, the competition continues. But Quincy, she sort of sighs heavily and then walks to another part of the room into the darkness.
Listen, Ren, I know you're super cutthroat, and TBH, I think that's really cool. But I would love it if you didn't, like, do any of that stuff to me, because, like, I'm looking to make it out of here, and we are on the same team. So, first of all, that's what I wanted to say. And second of all, maybe we find out what these losers are good at. They don't seem to be good at much, but they could be good at something before we start, like, I don't know, throwing them into the meat grinder.
You don't have to worry about me and you. I trust you, and I hope you trust me.
I do.
We're
I have
friends.
2 points of trust with you.
We have 2 points of trust. I had no points of trust with those others.
No, yeah.
And I would argue that that Bingo person was very good at one thing, absorbing bullets.
You make more and more sense, Ren. And I want to go back to this weird black sweet water tank.
Yeah, the more you look at it, you realize that whatever's filling this water cooler is a viscous black slime.
Oh.
Huh.
Okay, I'm probably not gonna drink that. It's got pretty
Quincy,
bad
come drink
vibes.
this.
Yeah. A toast to our new alliance. Yeah, drink it. You drink it.
We all have empty cups except for the one we give her.
Yeah.
Quincy
Drink it,
says,
Quincy.
you drink it first, Ren.
God, Quincy, you have no sense of humor and it's getting old.
I save animals for a living. It's not
Yeah,
a really funny job. Sometimes it can be adorable.
All the veterinarians that I follow on TikTok are really funny.
Okay, well, I'm a serious veterinarian.
I tried to teach my dog jujitsu. It didn't. He didn't understand anything.
It's got no thumbs to grab.
It was,
Well,
it was
you
a
know,
waste of a day.
Maybe it wasn't
of a day.
maybe it wasn't a waste. I mean, exercise is good for poochies. Doggos they love a little good exercise, however they can get it.
Oh God, you're a millennial. Ew.
I know my fur husband. He really likes
Whoa.
regular jogs and
No.
bike rides. He enjoys I've taught him to ride a bike. Okay.
Quincy, I
What's
don't
in
even
this bag?
dislike you that much, but you're making it really likely that Ren kills you next.
Bowie
what's in the
Porter,
bunk bed?
you look at the bunk beds and you just said, "What's in this bed?" And it looked like you threw off a sheet, and you find a corpse. in the bed.
Gosh.
Search his pockets.
You were searching its pockets, and it just has the shredded and decayed remains of a tracksuit. The color looks like it was formerly teal, and there are some wisps of hair left. This corpse was wearing a man bun.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die!
Oh, sick. These are former contestants.
Does it have a watch?
No watch.
I wanted to check its follower count. See if it was more than mine.
I don't know whether to feel good or not.
Is there a corpse
Can
on
we-
both parts of the bunk
Just
bed? or
on one of the bunks.
Somebody
Ooh,
slept
maybe he
themselves
got-
to death.
Maybe he got murked from his other competitor or something. Can
Is
we
there like
see
a
it?
cup? Is there a cup around the body that indicates it drank the viscous liquid?
Oh, was this a little Heaven's Gate ending?
Yeah.
There
Is he wearing
no,
Nikes?
There is no
Jim Jones.
cup around the body. There is no cup around the body.
Okay.
Can we see any stab wounds in the tracksuit or in the body? Like, can we find a cause of death?
Your occupation was Olympic athlete, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. So I know.
Your knowledge of forensics is not quite adequate, and I can tell you that it's Mondo Grody, dude.
It's grody. It does. Ew, that's so grody, dude.
Wait, what's going on here? If this guy or girl was a contestant, were they in this bunker? And how did they die? Were they the ones that set up the guns? What's going on here on this Deathmatch Island?
I want to look at the cans of food, see if there's any ones that are expanded, like they have botulism.
They are all expanded and all expired.
Fuck.
How long has this game been going on?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, what is the style of tracksuit?
Is it more of a 70s cut?
I can tell you though, my friend, that you find something else while you're looking at those shelves. Colby Snow, you find, there we go, a zip gun.
Oh, okay.
What is that? What is
know what that
zip
is.
gun?
A zip
It's
gun.
like a makeshift pistol.
Yep.
Oh.
It's like an improvised firearm.
All
A
right.
doohickey.
Would that be a
Contraption.
redacted acquisition?
That is a redacted acquisition. That's correct.
Because it's not subject to like the off mode that like our shotguns are.
That's exactly right.
So now you can use it in a restricted
But
area.
I just will remind everybody that as the winner of the competition, the person who holds the most personal sway right now is Bowie Porter, and he will decide who gets each of these items. Because as you continue to look around and explore the environment, I'm going to say, Bowie, you find, interesting, an unofficial contraband firearm. Maybe it was tucked into the bed, but this one doesn't have the little red light on it that your M870 shotguns have.
Nice.
So we got a zip gun and an unofficial...
Contraband.
Contraband firearm. Yeah, I think it's also a pistol, like a 9mm pistol. No, you know what? Scratch that. Rewind. It's another shotgun, but it is not subject to that locking mechanism your other shotguns are subject to. I will just say that our zip gun is tier 1, meaning you add 1d4 when you use it, and our contraband shotgun is tier 2. You add 2d4 when you use it. So when you distribute these items, let everybody know, and everybody can continue to explore a little bit. The map, the bunks, the shelves. Let me know.
I always told my students, fighting is a last resort. You learn karate so you don't have to use karate. Now we've got guns.
So
You
never
won't have to use karate if you
My
have guns.
students of Jeet Kune Maga or whatever the fuck.
Tiger Greenberg style. Does Ren have a gun yet?
Ren has a gun.
I have the shotgun.
All right, so Colby and I are the only ones without guns. He just walks over to Colby and says, "Listen, I know you don't like violence, but we need these in order to survive. Hopefully these will be a last resort, but I want you to have the one that isn't as cool as the one I'm taking.
Okay, which one's that?
I'm going to take the tier 2 shotgun, and you take this pistol.
This rubber band gun.
This rubber band gun.
I may have. Well, no. Just let me know how you'd like to continue to explore.
Okay. Is there any other way out of here?
I
There
do wanna
doesn't
look at the
appear
map.
to be. Okay, very good. Looking at
Definitely
the
wanna look at that
map,
map.
you see that it is a full. It is a full description, full picture of the island, just like we showed earlier, and we could show again. But you notice something else. It opens up. Like it pulls open. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
And now you can see even the VIP landing area on the northwest corner of the island. And something
Sounds
called
horrible.
tunnels. Yeah.
Oh,
Something
shoot.
called sanctuary.
Which is the only place we can go from here besides back.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
that's our
interested
next
in
stop
that.
regardless. So
There does appear to be a chamber beyond the map. The map sort of opens up.
Yeah, I was interested in looking for anything that like might be the source of that blinking light. So I definitely want to explore this chamber. That is super cool. Are you guys kidding me? I always wanted to have like a bookshelf that like opened up and there was like a door behind it. That's so sick.
Oh, yeah.
I always wanted a
That's
Murphy
so
bed.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Not all it's cracked up to be.
You open the map, you open the door past the map, and you're in a large room which is empty except for a couple crates of stuff in the corner, a door out of this room. There's a door out of this room to somewhere else, and there is a single folding chair facing a switch. So crates, so door out of this room, crates of stuff, a single folding chair facing a switch, like a light switch.
Does that mean somebody was in here? Yeah.
In the crates, you find 3 more zip guns.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
You
that's cool
find
now.
another contraband shotgun.
Oh, wow.
You find 2 Walther P99 semi-auto pistols.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
That's all the stuff you find in the crates.
Did the,
Oh, we
did
just
the
found
other...
so many fucking guns.
Here's
I
what,
know.
Did the other, our friends, did they follow us in here, or are we the only ones in here? Could we potentially not tell them we found all these guns?
You are the winners of the contest. You are the ones currently controlling the situation. Specifically, Bowie Porter, according to the rules of the game, is going to distribute these items.
So if we're ever worried about these other 3 getting pissed about their dead hippie friend, maybe we don't arm them. Something to think about, Bowie.
Yeah, we don't want to get shot.
You hear Quincy say, "What's through here?"
It's more dead bodies and it smells. Stay back. I don't want you to see this. It's dead animals. There's dead animals everywhere.
Quincy says,
So many dead animals in here.
"Oh God!" And she puts her tracksuit over her nose and backs away.
They've got little vests on. They're clearly service animals. It's even sadder.
That is sad.
And then he just starts handing out guns left and right.
Yeah, for sure.
We got 2
So there's
Walters,
enough-
a contraband,
sorry.
2 Walther P99s, another contraband shotgun, and then
3 more zip guns.
3 more zip guns.
So
I think we
enough
should-
for each
we
person
should
to have
each, Yeah, we should each have at least 1 gun that is not restricted.
All right, well,
For sure.
Colby has a zip gun, so Ren, Casey, and I will take a zip gun. And then who wants the other contraband shotgun?
I'm the only one
That's
without a
Ren, I
shotgun.
think.
But I can trade with somebody if they want the
All
contraband.
right, Colby,
one. I
take
think
the
they're
contraband shotgun, and then I'll take a Walther P99. Who wants the other one?
Give it to me. I don't know. I'll
Okay,
take it.
great.
Hell yeah.
And he's just like, oh, it's they're not dead animals. It's just empty boxes.
Oh, that's a cube shape.
Okay, so make sure you mark the zip guns and the contraband shotguns as redacted acquisitions on your sheet.
Yeah.
And generally, redacted acquisitions can only be used in redacted areas.
Oh, got it.
And then, but that does not apply to the Walther P99 semi-auto pistols. So the only thing left to explore in this room is the door out of it, and there is the blinking. I mean, the
Switch.
The switch. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys my instant vibes because I've watched a lot of movies and I feel like I'm good at calling plot twists. I feel like somebody was sitting in this chair doing the switch, and that's the light on the top, and now they're gone because they left through that door. So I don't know, guys. It kind of feels like a trap.
Yeah, I wanted to actually use my occupation, if I could, thinking back, identify the pattern of the lights blinking, like if it was Morse code or anything.
Yeah. I'll let you do that. It is no known code that you're aware of. If it was Morse code, it would be like, and I don't know Morse code, but it would be like GK. You know what I mean? Like, does that
Yeah.
mean something to you?
Do I have Whoever was manning this was clearly a goalkeeper. Some level of professional football.
Do we shut the switch
soccer?
off?
I do not mean soccer.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna actually flip the switch. I'm gonna flip the switch and see what happens.
Okay.
Inside this room,
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Okay.
What did he flip it up or flip it down?
He flipped it down.
Flip it
Okay.
back
I
up.
just turned off the blinking light.
You flip it up?
Probably.
Do you flip
yeah.
it up?
Yep.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Inside
Never been
this
more
room,
sure of anything in my life.
inside this room, nothing happens.
Yeah, okay. All right, guys.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like we should look and see what's on the other side of this door, but like, I feel like there's a person.
Perhaps. But there's 8 of us. And we have guns.
And we have guns.
So many guns now.
We also
So
have
many
yeah.
guns.
armed weapons.
Yeah,
mean
they
your
can't remotely
arms?
deactivate your fists.
That's right.
Redact
Hell yeah.
these.
That's so sick.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
open
yeah,
the door.
can we prepare our guns and then
You
open
the door, and beyond it, you find a small carport, and you see a small 2-door hatchback.
Yes.
It says that it's a Hyundai Pony.
They have cars in this game?
You can drive
What you
around
see
this
in
island.
character. That's like.
Nice. Hell yeah. I wanna open the driver's seat and see if there are keys in it. See if
Keys
I
in the
can turn it on.
visor.
Keys in the fuck. Of course, right, guys?
Now we're all not going to fit in this thing.
Well, let's see if it even turns on. It might not even be an issue, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, they're
see if
keys.
Does it turn on?
It does.
Oh wow!
This is yet another reward that can be divvied out by our friend Bowie.
We each get a wheel.
It is. I mean, like just going with the fiction, the narrative. It does appear that it will only fit maybe 4 people.
This is
What a shame.
this is
So I
awkward.
assume you take
Yeah.
the bald fat man with you and leave Colby behind.
Wait, what?
So where does it go
Listen.
though? Like we're deep underground, right? So
there a-
where does
No,
it
I'm
go?
sorry. Once you went through that door, you kind of went out into a carport that has an opening to the outside, and you can
Oh, okay. All right.
smell
Like if
the
we were on the
jungle
side of a
and
hill or-
hear birds. Yeah.
But there's like a road.
There is a road that goes on for a little bit, but as I mentioned before, the blinking light seemed to be quite isolated and was not on the sanctioned path.
Wait. Ooh, experiment. Can somebody go in on the switch and then we watch the blinking light and see if the switch affects the blinking light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that, and the blinking light, when the switch is down, goes off.
Okay.
So do
Mystery
we think?
solved.
Yeah. Do we think that if we turn off the blinking light, we're like sticking it to the man at all? Like disrupting some sort of signal?
Your question is, do you think if you turn off the switch, you are sticking it to the man?
Well, I'm not asking you that directly, Jared. I know better than that now. I'm talking to my fellow characters.
Oh,
What do we
okay,
think?
very good.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of seems like somebody had to have
Jared,
been
what
on
happens
this
at the end of the game?
switch.
How do we win?
You have to play to find out.
Somebody
I mean, I
was
think we
at
should-
this switch, manning
Yeah.
this switch, until we got here. And now they're gone. The only reason that the light would be blinking is to, like, attract us here. Why would somebody want to bring us here and then disappear when we get here and leave all their stuff? Why wouldn't
mean,
they have
if they,
taken
like-
the car?
This light is not attached to like a large rod or like a satellite dish or anything. It's just a light on its own.
It's just a light.
Okay.
It's a big orange light.
I say we
Can I-
leave it
can I-
off.
Leave it off.
Leave it off for sure. Definitely leave it off. Can we look around to see, are there any signs of disturbance, of somebody leaving in a hurry.
There's a sign of disturbance right
footprints.
now because Quincy goes, "Hey, there are no dead dogs in here."
Yeah, Quincy, catch the fuck
car?
up.
You were preparing to leave us.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. It kind of seems like a trap at this point. I'm just I smell something stinky, and not literally. I mean, like, metaphorically. It just doesn't make sense. If somebody was here, why would they leave the car? Why would they leave all this stuff?
Yeah, and to be fair, we hadn't decided to leave you. We hadn't talked about it yet,
Yeah,
Quincy.
we might,
Yes.
but like, that's not what we decided yet.
But we're all collectively very hurt that you'd leap immediately to that conclusion.
Yeah, truly.
Look, we're not the ones with the guns. So, I guess we're not making policy here. I guess that's the society level we've reached. Right? Bullets make the rules. But I promise you that if you keep us with you, we can help you. And not just as human targets.
How many followers do you have?
Ted is an accountant.
Ted is an accountant.
I'm at
Ted is an
10,000 right
accountant.
now.
I remember
I'm
when
not
I
here
was,
for followers, Bowie.
You're not trending.
I
I'm not
remember
here
when I
for
was at
followers.
10,000.
I'm here to stop this machine from taking any more lives. And to stop Abthorpe.
Okay, so that's your whole deal. What's your whole deal? I want to look at the mousy lady.
My name is Trudy.
Hi, Trudy.
Favorite movie would have to be fried green tomatoes.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love trees. In fact, I've
That's
built
great.
several of my own birdhouses.
Bowie's just shaking his head.
One of my birdhouses was like a little diner, like a little sock hop for the birds too.
That's so cute.
So like a little jukebox inside.
That's really cute.
It's taking every ounce of Ren's self-control to not kill her right now.
Instantly.
I could be useful. I could be useful to you. I know how to craft things, build things. I'm a strong woodworker. I'm good at knots. Nautical knots, or just and gardening. I know how to deal with produce. Even Quincy's kind of like.
Okay, thanks, Trudy. I want to keep looking around. I need some more clues. Is there any sort of investigating we can do? Or does it really look like this place was truly
Yeah, in
abandoned?
some games you roll for a lot of things, but in some games you just say what you're doing. In Deathmatch Island, the rolling really comes down to contests, right?
Contests,
But
yeah.
if you want to look around some more, spend some more time walking around,
do.
while the looming threat of Phase 2 hangs over you.
Bowie will be
Hey, I
like,
got a gun.
Knowing that
I
any
feel
minute
fine.
now the klaxons could go off and the deathmatch will begin, yeah, go ahead and look around as long as you'd like, Casey.
I'm suspicious. Somebody was in here at that switch.
Maybe that's the person that's dead.
Casey, I hear you,
They
Casey.
died so long ago. They decomposed and we saw that switch blinking. Guys.
So they turned it on and then they softly died.
It could have been left here for us to, just to confuse us. Listen. Before my adoptive parents met their tragic end, they would often say, when faced with a tough decision, get your closest friends, put them in a car, drive around and think about it. So, Quincy, my friends and I, we're gonna get in this car and we're just gonna drive and think. And then we'll come back once we figure out what to do with this whole mess. Okay?
Here's another way to look at it, Quincy, is, you guys have a safe shelter here. You can lock the doors. There's automated turrets protecting you. You've got canned food.
Refreshments?
You've got some black sludge.
Plenty to drink.
Yeah,
You
you
want us
guys
to
just stay
stay
here and
here?
be safe. Yeah, what else are you gonna do?
You think we'll be safe
Weirdos.
here?
Safer than out there. It's a structure. It's locked.
That corpse was
Made of
undisturbed.
concrete.
No one bothered that corpse.
And you don't think we can help you?
I mean, honestly, you haven't showed us anything to make us think that you can help us.
You don't have any guns. 3 guns fall out of his.
You haven't given us any.
You don't even have one gun.
Give me a gun.
No.
Honestly, like, the one person who might be valuable is Quincy, because just medical training.
She's headstrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Veterinarian.
So you're saying you might take me and not Ted or Trudy?
Yeah.
I think they should stay here and be safe.
All right. Ted, Trudy, you stay here. Continue to investigate. See if you can find out what government has put us here. I think it's the government. And I'll go with you guys and provide medical training.
Great, that was easy.
I can hang on to the outside of the Hyundai Pony.
We can squish.
I'm gaunt. I can fit
You
in the
guys
back.
don't mind squishing?
We'll open
I'll
the
sit on
trunk.
the hump.
and you can sit in
No,
that.
Colby can sit on my lap.
I'll sit on
It's
the
a
hump.
hatchback.
I don't mind sitting on the hump.
Okay, word. Yeah, somebody will, sit in the middle.
This
Really
is
fast,
nice.
I'm gonna look underneath the car. I wanna see if there's any, like, bombs or anything underneath the car. Any blinking lights.
Check for bombs.
I'm checking the car for bombs.
You find no bombs. Wait, what's your
Okay,
occupation
there's no
again?
bombs.
What's your occupation again?
I think
I'm an
maybe
Olympic
I'll look.
athlete.
Your
I think I'll
knowledge
look.
of... Okay, the operative finds no bombs.
Well, I was.
I already told you there weren't any bombs. I already checked, friend.
Now we feel extra secure now that the surfer has looked.
Have you guys not seen Point Break? Surfers can be deadly.
That's true.
I shouldn't drive. My license was taken away.
Okay, I'll drive. I mean, unless Ren, do you want to? You seem. I mean, maybe you should be.
Yeah,
like-
maybe you've got tactical driving.
I do, yes. I'm certified by MI6 as a tactical driver.
You have a license to
perhaps
drive?
I should take the
Feels
wheel.
like it should be you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. So you decide to head out on your Hyundai Pony. And does that mean we're giving Ren the Hyundai Pony to use in a contest if need be?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
That's where that
Yeah, I
reward
guess.
goes. Okay, so
Awesome.
you are driving off-road for a little bit. Through bamboo. We've established bamboo. Cracking over trees and plants and bushes. But soon you come to an actual road that
By
goes
the way,
through
the Hyundai Pony I just looked up. It looks fucking cool.
Really? Okay.
It looks like a
Oh, really
DeLorean.
good.
Yep.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
a real car. Oh wow, look at that.
It's a really cool car.
It's a four-door.
You know that,
Oh, hell
as mentioned
yeah.
before, there's only one node that you can reach directly from the blinking light, and that is the node on the map that is labeled as Sanctuary. You weren't exactly sure what that was, but as you approach, you see that there is a subdivision of cleared earth on a hillside with dozens of identical executive homes in a neat grid. It's a big cluster of McMansions.
Whoa.
But I also can tell you that sitting on the porches, walking down the streets in between the McMansions, you see a rainbow coalition of competitors. And a lot of them are carrying guns. And Quincy says, I recognize some of these guys. They're Abthorpe's people.
No.
Listen,
How did they get there so fast?
I don't know, but listen, we can't just fight them, okay? They're as armed as you guys are, and there are way more of them. We have to figure out a way to hurt Abthorpe's alliance that isn't a straight-on death match. Maybe we can somehow tempt some people away from him, or trick them into going the wrong way, or do something that breaks up or weakens his alliance. Because look, I mean, I'm counting there's at least 10 or 20 of them down there.
Yeah, I love it. Here's what we should do. We should tell some of them that we just found this, like, bunker with all these supplies in it, and Abthorpe probably knows about it, but never told them.
I like it, but we'll need to trick them somehow.
Yeah.
We'll need to trick them. Okay, yeah. So, do we just pull up and start a conversation?
Yeah, just act like we belong.
Open a dialogue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You drive down the hill, and you drive into the middle of the grid of McMansions. As you drive, a guy in a raspberry tracksuit gets off of a front porch, carrying a sniper rifle.
Oh, I want that.
A woman in a black tracksuit opens the door of one of the houses and walks towards you. She's joined by someone in a forest green tracksuit, a man with a mullet, holding a crossbow. And soon you are surrounded by members of Abthorpe's alliance. And they're all staring at you and wondering, who are these folks and what the hell do they think they're doing? Because they're not part of our group. And now you must tell me your approach and goal.
Okay.
Sounds like Snake.
Is there
right?
any of us that's like good at the social?
I've got social game.
Okay, so
You
it's
got
not
social
Snake
game.
mode. It's social game. Yeah. Okay.
Well, possibly. We'll see what Jared says. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
possibly.
feel like, I think Colby wants to chat with them about and convince them that Abthorpe isn't on the up and up, and based on everything we just saw.
Right. Does everybody agree to that approach? And then what's the goal?
Yeah. What's the
I
goal?
guess the goal is to
So
thin
the
them out,
approach,
right?
the approach is telling them about the bunker and claiming that it's something that Abthorpe's been keeping from them. And
Yeah,
what
it's
is
where
the
we
goal?
got the car.
to thin them out, right? To get some of them to leave. I mean, we could even offer them the car. Be like, take the car back up there.
Yeah.
You know, if that's like a sign of good faith or something.
Yeah.
That's great, and then that would count as an acquisition that you can use in this contest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We want to thin them out so that we can rob them, or like.
I think just reduce what could potentially be a really bad threat before we figure out
Yeah,
our
just a
next
faction.
move.
Just reduce
Yeah.
their
Okay.
faction. Just reduce
Just
You
the
want to
size.
break
their
them off from
numbers.
Abthorpe. You want to make them distrust
Yeah.
and break off from Abthorpe, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
right,
okay,
right,
yeah.
right.
We're sowing discord with Abthorpe, and we're also reducing their numbers in case we get in trouble here or decide to do something crazy. Okay, got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, I'm going to now gather the Unstoppable Alliance. They are vast, and as more and more people show up walking out of the McMansions, you realize that there's at least 30 of them here.
Oh man.
So
Five of
I'm going to
us.
give them a D10 for the Vast Alliance. And then I'm going to give them a D10 for Innumerable. And then I'm going to give them the final D10, the most dangerous D10, Loyal.
Oh man.
Okay.
All ones. Here we go.
And the
Ones,
danger
ones.
level here is +5.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well.
Well, right now they're all training weapons on all of you. So
Sure.
just to set the scene, it's a rainbow of different tracksuits surrounding you, and all of them are pointing crossbows and sniper rifles, and one guy's just like, getting a baseball bat ready, and they're all around you, and they all look threatening, and they're waiting to hear what you have to say. And the roll is... oh my god.
Don't.
I
That's good or
rolled-
bad.
I rolled 3d10. I have to pick the highest die and add it to 5 to equal the target number. I'm not going to tell you what that target number is. Because I just realized it's way more fun that way.
Okay.
This is going to be a social game contest. Keep in mind all the assets you have. For example, Colby's mention of the car is a great example. Quincy is with you as well. Anything you can think of might allow me to give you an advantage, but right now I want us to state our names and collect our dice pools, starting with Bowie.
Oh my God. So I guess we'll go back to the Chiron. Bowie Porter, 3rd degree black belt. In over his head? Question mark. He's looking around. His hand kind of goes to where one of his 2 guns is, and he. Oh man, I don't even know. I don't even know what to do here. He's not a social guy. Well, no, that's not true. He's a martial arts teacher. He could speak to people.
Yeah.
He could lead.
No.
And so I think he's going to I'm going to lean into that a little bit. Like he's going to think of these in his head, he's like, these are my students. These are just a bunch of 8-year-olds. And I have to just talk to them and let them know that everything they want in life can be achieved if they just follow their dreams. That is the Tiger Greenberg way.
Yes. Collect a D6 for your name. Collect a D6 for your occupation. And this will be a social game contest. You can collect a D6 for that. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Because I don't think I'm going to give any advantage dice to Bowie right now, unless you can...
Yeah, trust. How do you regain trust with someone? When someone supports you, you regain...
When you support them.
When you support them, you gain a point of trust with somebody.
All right, so it makes sense to just burn trust. I'm just trying to think mechanics-wise. I'm feeling like you kind of burn trust, and then you want to make sure you give it back later on. So I will burn trust with... I'm saying burn trust, but I'm using a point of trust with Colby.
Yeah.
Great.
Because Colby is directing this here. And so I'm going to say that he's sort of bolstering this. And my role in his film is the sort of orator.
Yeah. Take a D6 from Colby's name die.
Okay.
So that is a 4D6 dice pool. And now I'm going to turn to, if you are done, Bowie, is that everything?
Yeah, that's it.
Then I'm going to turn to Casey Barlow.
Yeah. So, Casey Barlow, surfing is an individual sport, but she's still an athlete, and she knows when this is not her ministry, not her division, not her strength. So, I'm gonna choose to support.
Very good.
I'm gonna support. Ren has the car, but Colby has the social game. I'm gonna support Colby. Gain another point of trust with him, and
give him an extra D6.
Give him an extra D6.
Okay, great. Colby, don't forget that extra D6.
I got it right here.
As Casey kind of steps to the back and lets the talkers do their work. And now we turn, let's announce Ren Lam.
Ren Lam. Well, heard she has prodigious killing skills, but are there too many targets? And I think she's going to try to use, with her cold eyes, try her best to kind of exude this air of don't mess with us, while sort of proffering the car as a reward for doing what we say. So, yeah, I think she's just gonna try to intimidate people, even though we're vastly outnumbered. She's gonna with this just not let it affect her at all, and just act like she's still, she's got the biggest gun in the world.
Great. D6 occupation, because I the way you're describing it, I think an operative would be able to stare people down. D6 for your name. I believe you have a D6 for social game, but I'm going to give you a D8 to use since you're offering up the car.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
I think that's at least how much the car is worth. And then finally, we turn. Please
Does
announce.
he get a D4 for using the whatever?
Oh,
Like,
wait. The car is an acquisition, isn't it? Okay,
Yeah,
forget
so
the
that
D8.
you would add to it,
Forget
right?
the
One,
D8.
2, or
Make it-
3d4.
Make it 3d4. Yeah, 3d4.
Oh wow. Okay, cool.
Okay?
Nice.
But
And you
once
get to add the best d4 on top of your 2 d6s or d8s, right? Or
Yeah,
no?
on top of his 3d6, he gets to add
It's like a modifier,
the best
yeah.
d4.
And I'm
Okay.
going to use a point of trust with one of Casey's points of trust as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So that's 4d6, and then added to that the highest of your 3d4. Okay. So, and then we come to, please enter the contest, Colby Snow.
Okay, so before the lower third shows up, Colby, very nervous, still doesn't remember a lot about his life. He's sort of like approaching the situation, and he looks, his gaze kind of drifts through the window of one of the McMansions. And he sees on the wall is a framed movie poster.
Of one of his movies.
And- yes. So he sees this thing, and he looks at it, and it's a poster for a movie called Train Wrecks. But it's train and then WREX or whatever. And it's like it's like too tough. It's like a man and a woman with like badges and holding like a bazooka and all this stuff. And he's looking at it and he's hearing like flashbacks to what he said earlier, like, I hate guns, I hate violence, all this stuff. And then he has this flashback of him at like a studio conference table, and he's pitching to all these bigwigs. It's called Train Wrecks. It's about Lieutenant Shauna Train and Captain Stephen Rex, and the two of them kill everybody. And he like does a bump of coke off of a key. He's like, it's gonna be a trilogy, and he's just going on and on and on.
Trilogy.
And then it like it's kind of we snap back to Colby as he like realizes who he really is, and then the lower
Who was
third
in the
comes
movie?
up. What's that?
Who was in the movie?
It was who's the fucking bad?
Queen Latifah played Train.
Yeah, Cynthia Rothrock. Cynthia Rothrock. This is an older movie.
Oh, yeah, it's an older movie. Okay, Cynthia Rothrock played Train.
Shauna
Sure.
Train.
Yeah.
And Don the Dragon Wilson was Stephen Rex.
Was Rex, yeah. Well, I love that flashback. I love that
Real
flashback and
AAA
description.
feature.
Love that flashback and description so much. Why don't you give yourself a D6 advantage die?
Okay, great.
Amazing.
And then the lower third comes on and it says like, you know, Colby Snow finally figures it out.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so then I get what? I get like
You get a D6 for your occupation, filmmaker, because you are directing people. You get a D6 for your name. You get a D8 for social game, because you're good at social game. You get a D6 for your advantage die that I've given you because of your flashback. And then did someone...
I did. You get a D6 from Casey.
And you get a D6 from the support of Casey.
great.
And now, everybody, roll for the contest.
Oh god.
Remember, add your 2 highest to see if you beat the target number, which I will reveal in a minute. And the only person who's different is Ren adds her 2 highest, but then adds her highest D4 to that as well. Oh boy, here we go. What'd you score, Bowie Porter? Bowie Porter.
Sorry, I was like, I thought that was
That's
That's
your
okay. It's not your real name.
All right, so I got a 7.
A 7. Wow, that's pretty low.
Pretty low.
What'd
Maybe
you
we
score,
yeah, okay.
Ren Lamb?
I got 2 6s and a 4.
Woo! Youch!
16.
For a 16. What'd you score, my friend Colby Snow?
A 9.
A 9. Get this. Unsurprisingly, Bowie fails the contest. Colby succeeds at the contest. And the winner of the contest
must have been so
is Ren Lamb.
Nice.
What was the number?
Nice.
Don't say 8.
What was the
Yeah, what
number?
was the number?
The number? Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
It was
I
8.
would like to know.
It was 8.
Oh man, I should have joined.
7.
I should have joined it.
Oh,
So did you
no.
roll? You rolled 3 1s on the d10s.
What's that? I rolled 2 1s on the D10s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I rolled very low. I rolled very low.
I should have joined.
You are right. It is better not telling us.
It's better not telling it, right? Isn't that a little bit
Yeah,
more
for sure.
fun?
Way
Yeah.
way more
Wee,
fun.
That's a little more fun.
It's stinky, but it's fun.
Let's see
It is
here.
very stinky as well.
It's a
Little
stinky
stinker.
thing to do. This was not dangerous, risky, or exhausting. So your failure merely costs you 1 fatigue, Bowie Porter.
I
and
should
I'd
have
like to start
joined. I
with-
thought this would have been dangerous. Dang,
Bowie, please
man.
describe how this contest goes for you.
All right, so we see him in the confessional, and he's like, I don't have any adult students, but talking to adults is just like talking to giant children. And then it cuts to him being like, students, group of strangers. We are coming from a bunker that, what was the app? And he just stumbles over every thing, and it makes it sound very unconvincing and sloppy. And he's like, maybe my friend's gonna describe it better. And he steps back. And he bows and steps back.
One of Apthorp's alliance says, Myers, I think I'm gonna kill this one. And then points Walther PPK at our friend Bowie. But now it is Colby's turn to say what Colby did in the contest.
Yeah, Colby looks over and is like, okay, thanks so much, Bowie. And then it's just like right back in that boardroom. And he's like, listen, everybody, Apthorp, he's a piece of shit. He's a real son of a bitch, okay? He's leading you down the wrong path. In fact,
Hey, don't talk that way about Apthorp!
Wait till you hear what I have to
Apthorp's our
say.
leader. He helps us.
Well, did he help you when he didn't tell you about this bunker we just came from, that we just found?
Oh, the bunker. I meant to mention
What
the
are you
bunker.
talking about?
There's a bunker, several clicks, whatever those are, away from where we are right now. Where do you think we got this wonderful car? You'll recognize it as a Hyundai Pony.
Murmurings of they're impressed.
Yeah.
There's
And
more cars where that came from.
there's cans and cans of food there, and he's not telling any of you, but you know what? We are.
And as my form of support, I'm gonna go, he's right, dudes. And that's
Yeah,
it.
see that?
Wow. Okay. Excellent. And they're very interested in the car and whatever you're saying about this bunker. That's really interesting to them. And now we turn to Ren Lamb. Ren, would you bring us home and tell us what you say?
Yeah, so we see Ren in the confessional. And she's like, as a result of my training, numbers don't frighten me. I've learned early on that 1 bullet will kill you just as easily as 10,000. I'm not one to be intimidated by it. I won't be intimidated by an entire army. And you see, and she like stands up, and she just projects this aura of just like bulletproof invincibility. And she's just like, you can take a shot at me if you dare. If you dare to shoot at me, you can try your best. It's like if you shoot, you'll miss. And she says, and it's like it's largesse, like it's a gift from a noble. She's just like, it's just like, yes, and it's just like, we offer you this. It's just like to see what is being withheld from you, the lies that have been told by your idol. Go and see. We'll wait.
Yeah, let's check it out. Might as well. Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
Hey,
Thanks, Bowie.
she's the one that killed Brad with a stick of bamboo. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. And then suddenly, like a big group of them just start running up the hill, and like 7 or 8 of them are hanging onto the outside of the Hyundai Pony, and they all go in like a big group up the hill back to the bunker. And now there's just a couple of them meandering around, and you see that someone on a porch has left. They've left some weaponry. They've left some weaponry. There are Walther P99 semi-auto pistols here that have been left in various places in like little crates that they hadn't looted yet. And there's also so there are 4 of those, and then there are 4 packages of small luxuries, and these are like plastic wrapped cookies and sausage and wet wipes and
they all go together so well.
We can all take one of those, right?
yeah, and each of you can take a it's actually up to Ren who takes what.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like each one of the core 4 gets a Walther and a small luxuries pack.
Very good. And as you distribute that, you hear up in the hills at the blinking light. As the automated security measures go off as the other group approaches.
No way.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You hear the guns
That
going
rocks.
off for
I didn't
a
even
while.
think about that.
And the members of Abthorpe's Alliance that are left over here in the sanctuary, they start going, what the hell is that? But that's when klaxons go off from poles that have huge like sirens attached to them. Right here in the middle of the sanctuary is one. And then you hear a voice come over the intercom. Phase 2 begins in 1 minute. Kill or be killed. Only half of you will leave Island 1. And that's where we'll end part 1.
My God.
That's amazing.
That's where we will end part 1 of our playthrough of Deathmatch Island. Oh my good golly molly, what a fun game.
So great.
This is a cool ass
I
game.
love this
is
game.
like super
I love
cool.
this game.
Yep, me too. I just want to remind everybody watching the Deathmatch Island. This playthrough is sponsored by Evil Hat, the publisher and developer of Deathmatch Island. You can buy Deathmatch Island today. It's available at evilhat.com, and that link will be included in the description to this. And yeah, it's available now. Up next on our Glass Cannon Gen Con coverage, we've got Welcome to Night Vale. Hey, I GM'd that. That's on Friday, and then Friday we're also going to have Marvel character creation featuring the new X-Men expansion.
Yeah,
I want to play
very fun.
Dupe. You guys remember Dupe?
I
Dupe
love
is the
Dupe
best.
from X Factor.
Yeah,
I love X Factor.
Yeah, and then
hell yeah.
finally, Sunday, you can see part 2 of this game when Phase 2 begins. Kill or be killed here on Deathmatch Island. Thank you, Troy Lavallee, Mary Lou, Skid Maher, and Rob Kerkovich. We'll see you next time.
Bye.